Hey guys, welcome back to my channel as I review Beyond the Gates episodes 47, 48, 49. We got episodes on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday and Wednesday it was preempted for soccer, so we didn't get any episodes. So this time I got me some notes over here. So if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at my computer so I can remind myself of where I want to go, so I won't be all over the place like I was last time. Okay, so Monday's episode was number 47, and it starts off with Leslie showing up at the Dupree house, and what I don't know is why. Like, I don't know why she would come to them, because number one, Ted is not Dupree, he's a Richardson, and really, to me, whatever he had going on shouldn't reflect back on them, but this is a soap opera world. But so she comes in, and Anita was like, okay, what you got to say? And she just rambled off some stuff about what her and Ted did, and how and why she did it, because she wanted to kind of get revenge for Eva. And when she came to the house, Martin was there too, and Martin is still very, very upset. Like, he is like really, really upset. Now I feel like Kat is upset, but Martin is like really, really upset. And I think it took me until Friday's episode before I got it. I was like, oh, okay, he idolized his dad, so it's like he looked up to him, and then the person that you looked up to, you find out that they're only human, and they messed up. What I do find funny, Leslie to me is funny. She's hilarious, and I like when she called Martin little brownie man. I mean, this lady is hilarious to me. But also in that episode, Ted goes to see Nicole. It pleads his case, and he wants to stay home so they can kind of work it out, because he feel like if he leave, the distance will keep them from working it out. And I just feel like it was too soon for him to pop up at the house like that. Like, give her some time. Like, the word to keep playing over in my head with Ted these 3 episodes is like accountability, because I feel like he wants her just to be able to forgive him, and they can move on and just pick up where they left off, and it just don't work like that. And I can't believe in his mind he think it's supposed to work like that. And then we had Kat and Eva face off, which was really good to me. And I feel like Eva deserved every bit of what Kat was giving her, because these people had showed you over and over again that they were good people and they cared about you. And I know Eva was in a hard place, but I feel like before it had got that far, she should have been able to stop it or tell them or something. I feel like she could have did something. And Kat pretty much told her that, and pretty much said, you dead to me. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, why would you claim to care about these 2 people, but then you hurt them? Like, and then you hurt them publicly. Like, in this way, like, y'all knew what y'all were doing. Y'all was planning this ever since y'all came back into town. In my notes I wrote that I do think that Ted and Nicole gonna get over this. I mean, it's soap opera land, so we know they're gonna get over it. It's just a bump in the road, but I just need him to take some kind of accountability though. I need him to be like grovel a little bit or beg a little bit. He's just not doing that. Even try to court her a little bit. He's just not doing it. It's like he just want her to, like I said, fall back into line. I don't like that. And what else happened? Oh yeah, I wanted to mention when Martin went home, that they had the Tide placement right there, the basket with the Tide bottles, and this Tide placement is so crazy. This show, I really do like it. And for anybody who come across my channel, if you're not watching it, please watch it, because it really is a good little show. It's a good soap opera if you're from the soap opera world. That's pretty much all that happened in this episode. I talked a little bit in my notes about the DNA test that she had showed Kat, and I don't remember. Like I said, I kind of came in late on some episodes. I don't remember if Eva got those. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if Eva got it, got her blood tested, or was it something that Leslie did? Because Leslie just can't be trusted. And even if Leslie did do it, if I was Eva, I would want to do it myself, because your mama is crazy. But the episode ends with Anita singing "Amazing Grace," which sounded so good. It was such a good ending because, you know, it just flashed to everybody and how everybody was kind of like coping. And you know, she's at the piano and all the families gathered around her. And, you know, she goes to the table after she pretty much tells Leslie off and sends her on her way, because she was like, "You had your turn to talk, now it's my turn to talk." And she read her down. I mean, she ate, and that's what, and then started singing "Amazing Grace," and that's exactly what that girl deserved. Because number one, showing up at their house still with your daggone ball gown on too. And it really didn't, like Anita told her, she said, "What happened between you and Ted was between you and Ted. But what you did tonight, you put my family in it. So, no, ma'am." But that was Monday's episode, which was pretty good. So then we had to wait until Thursday, episode 48. So the show opens up with Eva going to Nicole's house to get her stuff. And I could tell, you know, you can tell, like, she was wandering around aimlessly. She didn't have nowhere to go. She didn't know what to do. And Nicole kind of like sees her there, and she's like, "What you doing in my house? Like, what's going on?" And she was like, "I just came to get my stuff." And as she in there, Danny coming there, and Danny like, "You need to get the hell out of this house." Which I just love Danny. Like, Danny is my favorite character because, like, she's just so flawed and just so, like, if you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back. Like, she just, I don't know, just that little spitfire in her I just like. So she kind of like kicked Eva out, and so she can want to talk to her sister. And kind of, I feel like she was kind of like trying to defend Ted, but making her sister think, well, that what he did wasn't that bad as to what Bill did to her. I mean, cheating is cheating, but Ted did bring a baby into it. But not being truthful to your wife is not being truthful to your wife. So I didn't get her trying this soon to make Nicole see things a different way. Like, I feel like she should have waited and just been there for her sister a little bit. And let's see, what else do I got? Oh, in this episode we see more of Haley and Bill. Now Haley, I don't think Haley wants to have kids, because if you notice, every time Bill says something about it, I should get this look on her face. So I don't know if she like still taking her birth control or something, because I really feel like it's gonna come out that she really don't want to have kids with him. I think Haley really is in it for the money, and I hope more of her story come out, but I don't trust her, and I really do think that she in it for the money. And so, you know, Ted comes over to the house. He want to talk to Bill about the stuff that Leslie said that, you know, Bill told her when he gave her the money to get out of town about, you know, getting the AB, and if she don't, he gonna. Oh, so sorry, guys. I have not yawned all day. I get on the camera and I'm yawning. But you know, all that horrible stuff that he said to her about taking her baby and all that stuff. So he wanted to confront him about that. And in that moment, I felt like Bill kind of like had a heart, because he pretty much told him, like, "You came to me to fix the problem, and I fixed it. Like, anything after that, that's on you." So, you know, he really was trying to be there for him. I really did enjoy the scene, but I did not enjoy is that when he came in, Haley was like, she wasn't going nowhere. She wanted to stay there and listen, pretty much eavesdrop, because all she do is freaking eavesdrop and listen and judge people. And it's like, you sit up there on your high horse, like when you cheated with a married man and then turned around and married him, and he was your best friend's dad, and you got to sit up there and judge Ted for what he did. Girl, bye. Haley get on my nerves. Like, She gets on my nerve, and I just cannot wait for the other shoe to drop with this character. I just can't wait, because it's something about her. Um, Eva finally gets her mom to open the door for her, because last week her mama locked her out, so she couldn't stay there. So she finally gets the mama to open the door, and so they go at it. And she kind of did stand up for herself. She was just kind of like, you made me feel like he didn't want me when he doesn't even really know about me. And Leslie packs her stuff and give her a suitcase to pretty much put her out. And it's like, that's why I'm thinking, like, on one hand, I really do think that Eva is Ted's daughter. Like, I really do think that. But on the other hand, it's like the way Leslie handling her, I don't know if she's Leslie's daughter, though. Because I can't see your mama. Now, I know it's some tumultuous mother-daughter relationships, but she, I don't know, it's just the way she treat her to me. I'm like, is that really her daughter? I don't know. But so she put Eva out and Eva leave. After Eva leave, like, Leslie started having like these daydreams about Ted coming over there to see her. And I'm like my light bulb went off and was like, that's what it was all about. It never was about Eva meeting her dad. It was about ruining Nicole, because she wants Ted. That's what she wants. She wants Ted. And I feel like she felt like if she can get Eva, because she know that Ted's a good guy and he's going to forgive Eva and he loves his children, so he's going to welcome her with open arms. So I feel like she think that, okay, well, if Eva get in good with them, like, we'll package deal. I'm her mama, so that way she get to still be around Ted. Because I really think that's what it is. It's all about. She just wants Ted. Chelsea's over there with the grands, talking a lot about her daddy and the mean, hurtful, disgusting things that he said to Leslie about her baby. Just kind of getting some reassurance from the grands that her dad is not this monster that people portray him to be. And Anita and Vernon did a good job of kind of putting her at ease, because they know that Bill really is the monster that people portray him to be. But what caught my attention was when Chelsea was leaving and she was like, you guys are just so perfect. And I don't know if this is like the setup to the downfall of Anita and Vernon, which I really hope it's not. Like, I really, really hope that it's not. But the way that comment, I was like, because they ain't perfect. Like, we know they got Bill to hide something that Martin did. So we know that. And we know that they pretty much used Bill as their bulldog to handle a lot of things for them. So, and it's probably a lot of things to do with their kids, actually. So, that's interesting. It was just the words that she said, that you guys are perfect. And we know ain't nobody perfect. It ain't no marriage perfect. I'm pretty sure they had some things go on in their marriage back in the day. They just, overcame it. And I think sometimes we look at people like, oh, couple goals, or oh, I love the way he loved her. Like how people was looking at Ted and Nicole, when really you don't know what people went through. You don't know what it took for them to get there. All you seeing now is pretty much what they want you to see. So that's why I always try not to idolize couples that I see, because you don't know their story, you don't know their journey. You have to be on your own journey and find your own way. Let's see what else happened on Thursday that we're gonna talk about. It was good to see Nicole get up, put some clothes on, and go see her mom and dad, which kudos to her, because if my heart is broke, I ain't getting out of bed. I don't want to see nobody, and I for sure don't want to talk about the situation or talk to anybody about anything. So it was good to see her get up, take a shower, and put her clothes on, and go see her mama and dad. Eva makes it over to Ted's hotel because she don't know where to go. And of course he opens up the door, because he's not a bad guy. Like, he loves his children. So, he tells her that he'll help her with a room. Then, later on he'll get her an apartment if she wants to stay around. And she's just like, oh my God, you'll do that for me? And he's like, I wouldn't leave my child. Like, I wouldn't leave my daughter out. And if he would have known about her, he would have done right by her. So you know, I wasn't shocked that he said he'd help her. Like that, I was just like, yeah, that's, that's what good dads do, But what I did find funny is that everybody's seen that Leslie is cuckoo. So just her saying that Eva was his daughter and him just kind of like taking her word for it, like Nicole told him that you knew it was a possibility that she could be your daughter, but at the same time, it's a possibility that she could not. So it's like, why didn't he ask for DNA? He just ready to welcome this child in with open arms, and he didn't even trying to figure out what's really going on. I found that a little bit odd too. I don't know, cause I really, if I'm being honest, I don't want her to be Ted's daughter, but I know she is going to be Ted's daughter because it's the build up of the rift between Kat and her being sisters, and so I think she is his daughter, but I really don't want. I want Leslie to be a lion cuckoo bird. So the episode kind of wraps up with Danny going over there to see Bill to confront him about the stuff that he did for Ted. And I found it so funny that when Danny walked up in that house and she told Leslie she told Haley shoe fly shoe, Haley got the hell on. But when Ted asked her to leave, oh, this is Haley's house, she don't have to go. But when Danny asked her to leave, the girl was gone. Well, we know she just went in the next room to eavesdrop because that's all she do is eavesdrop. And pretty much this rolls over into Friday's episode. They just kind of like hashing it out about Bill doing the bidding for her family, and pretty much she asking him to stop, like, and he was like, and just when in the last episode when he was with Ted, I was like, Dad, Bill got a heart, you really trying to be there for him. He come back and tell Danny, like, wasn't it clear that I wanted out when I left you? And don't let the door hit you when you leave this house. So I was like, Dad, Bill, I was just when I thought you had turned over a little bit. He was like, but after she leave and Hilda come in, she tried to tell him, like, I'm your family now, you can leave them alone, blah, blah, blah. But then she mentioned, she was like, but you like it, though. You like being pretty much their bulldog. And I think that he do, because what he do next kind of like proves that you like being in the mix with this family for some reason. But you don't want Danny, though. Which is weird. But I think he likes the power of the Duprees, because he's power hungry. But, so... Friday we also get to see June. We see June again. We see Nurse Lady, firefighter guy. We see nephew Andre, and we see friend Vanessa. We see all of the extra characters on Friday popping in. So we see June with Naomi and Jacob. They're trying to find somewhere for her to stay, so they don't want her going back underneath the bridge while they figure out her case. Then we get Ashley and Derek come in, because they four friends, and they chit chat. We get Andre going over to see Ted to talk to him, and Ted pretty much telling him that he want his wife back. Again, no accountability. But what I forgot, I had to pause because I forgot to say in the last episode, we had Kat talking to Tomas, telling him what happened with Eva. And I don't really trust Tomas, because I think Tomas really do like Eva. I think he liked Kat more as a friend, whereas Kat liked him more as a boyfriend. But I think he likes Eva, so I don't really trust him. But they, she tell him what happened and stuff in the last episode. So rolling into Friday, she meets him up at the little club they go to. I can't think of the name of it. The little club eating space that they go to. But she gets the call and she has to leave. And Smitty was there with Martin, and he finds out that his dad is at the hotel, and he gets upset with Martin. Martin gets upset with Smitty for not telling him where his dad was at, treat him like a child. So he gets up and leaves. So when Martin leaves, Eva comes in, and Tomas is there, so he goes over and talks to her, and then Smitty gets the call, so he leaves the restaurant. before Danny left Bill's house, she asked him, "What else are you fixing or hiding for my family?" And he just kind of looked at her. And I was like, girl, if you only knew, it's more stuff to do with your sister and her family. So, girl. And he was like, you know, when I came into this family, it was pretty much put on me that I had to be the bulldog for them. He was like, and if you don't believe me, you need to go ask the puppet masters, Vernon and Anita. And I do believe that. Like I said in the last video, the last episode, I feel like they let Bill do a lot of their dirty work just to keep their hands clean, because they are the Duprees and they don't, have an image to uphold. But I really do think that they had Bill do a lot of the dirty work for them. Let's see, what else happened? I just wrote in my notes that I could have did without Derek and Ashley this episode. I really can't care less about their storyline. They were not missed in the last episodes. I could care less about Vanessa, because Vanessa comes over to see Nicole, to check on her friend. And she was there for like 5 minutes until Nicole was like, I need some time to be by myself. So that was a empty scene. We could have did without her too. Like, she needs to be figuring out what's going on with her gambling ass husband. The whole June thing, the actress looks like Haley to me. So I'm hoping this is like a segue into the backstory of Haley, because I really want the shoe to drop on Haley, because like I said, I don't think something right about her. But I do think this June person got some ties to somebody beyond the gate. I really do believe that. And I hope they don't drag that out. And when Smitty had left the restaurant, he was summoned by Bill. So Bill pretty much brought him there to kind of, I guess, I don't know what he really want from him, but he kind of want him to know that if I did need something from you, you're going to give it to me. Which contradicts everything that he told Danny and what he told Haley, that he didn't want to be in the Dupree business anymore. When you very, very well still want to be in the Dupree business. Like, you like it. You feed off of it. You love it. And, I do think, so, Thomas and Eva are talking and she's crying. She's still crying. But I do think they're going to get together. And I think, like I said, that's going to keep the rift between her and Kat, with these sisters who can't get it right to be real sisters situation that they're going to have going on. I can already see it, because I really do think that he likes Eva more than he likes Eva romantically, and he just like Kat as a friend. We know Kat really do like him as her man. So I feel bad for her, because I want her to have her own. It's like she worked for her dad, then she worked for her cousin, so she don't really have her own. And I feel like Tomas was something that she could have for herself, but now your sister want him. So that's gonna suck for her, because I want her to find her own footing and find her own way and have something of her own. So Friday's episode ends with Danny coming to see Ted. And when he opened that door, she was like, "Hey, Teddy boy." That is my girl. She is crazy. But you know what? This episode is wrapping up with Danny going to see Ted. Pretty much just trying to get him straight about her sister. But it actually ends with Leslie showing up in Nicole's house. And Nicole is like, "What are you doing here? Why are you in my house?" And I really feel like Leslie wants to torture Nicole, because she knows that Nicole has really got a key to Ted's heart. And for that reason alone, I probably would have called the police on it. Like, you're not going to walk up in my house and tell me that you got some more stuff to tell me. No, you don't have anything to tell me. You can tell it to the police officer when they're taking you away. I don't want you in my house. I don't want you anywhere near me. I will have a restraining order out on that lady. And if she saw me walking down the street, she probably need to cross over, because you cannot reason and you cannot talk to crazy. And Leslie is crazy, because In the previews for next week, we see that she plants seeds in Cat head that Eva was the one that ran her mom's original assistant off the road, when we all know it was Leslie. Like, if you can do that to your own, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Is that really her daughter? Like, I just don't know what to believe. Now, I do believe she's Ted, but is she really Leslie's daughter? And if she's not, who was her mama? I don't know, girl, but that was the cliffhanger for Friday. Leslie walked up in Nicole's house. So we got 3 good episodes this week. Again, I said every episode is good. I love the soap opera. It's real soapish, so don't get too caught up on details that you think is wrong, because it's a soap opera. And they known to be dramatic and just out there, left and right field. So just take it for what it's worth and enjoy the show like I do. So as always, thank you for watching. If you're not watching Beyond the Gates, please go and watch it. And come and see me again next Friday when I recap next week's episodes. I think next week we'll get 5 episodes. I think soccer is over now, so we'll get one Monday through Friday. So meet me back here for my next recap. And as I always say, meet me in the comments so we can talk about it. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.